Welcome to a chat with Huggable Hipster and Sci, my pups and my wolves. So, they're not here at this particular moment because I'm recording this afterwards. But, so, we were going to play Cards Against Humanity. But it turns out PretendYou'reIzzy.com has shut down. It says one of the other Cards Against Humanity websites. And the other ones I found it was too late at the point where we were in there to use them because one required us to wait for more than half an hour, which was not conducive for the amount of time Ariel had. And the other, we would have had to go through the process of creating an account, which was also not conducive to the amount of time Ariel had. So instead, we just chat. So I just recorded it, and Ariel recorded her thing, and I recorded like most of it. I missed part of the first part, because I just hit record at one point and said, "Okay, I'm just gonna record because we're just talking. We've already figured out that we're not playing cards, so I'm just gonna hit the record button." So it was an impromptu chat, which is fine. It's great. It turned out fine. It was a lot of fun. Impromptu things ends up being the most fun. Anyway, so, without further ado, here's the footage that I got. Or at least some of it. Because I had to split it up into a couple episodes. Enjoy!
But before we do end this podcast video interview, I'm not sure what the frick this is anymore. I want to know, since this is a gaming channel and you guys are my wonderful, wonderful guests on this channel, I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite game thus so far?
It's got to be Mass Effect. It's not even a question for me. It has a special place in my heart.
I'm still kind of thinking Spyro is my favorite. Spyro, Okami, and Mass Effect are definitely my top three. The order does.
I've never played Mass Effect before.
No, it's okay. I am an understanding person. It's not the most popular game. It's a bit intimidating to get into it because it takes so long to finish the trilogy. And once you play the first game, you get the story. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But it hooked me within the first 2 hours.
See, that's the way I was with Resident Evil, because that was, let's see, Resident Evil remake of the first game was the first game I had ever played ever. My dad bought it for me when I was years old for my birthday. And he was like, "You're 10. I'll give you a bloody zombie horror video game to play." And then my mom was like, "Why are you giving this to her to play?" And I said, "No, I like horror stuff. Give it to me." And then I gave it to her, saying it terrified me. And then I snuck into her bedroom and took it and started playing it again. And then my dad was like, see, she wanted to play it. And I'm like, yeah, totally. And then I fell in love with it, and he created a gamer.
I became a gamer just because my older siblings played games, so I'm like, I want to be like them.
Oh, that's cute. See, I only that was the first time I had ever played video games. I remember my dad showing me his old consoles and stuff like that, because he's as most of my viewers know, my dad is from Israel, so whenever he came to the States, he really started getting into Sega and all that kind of stuff in the 1980s and everything.
Sega was such good.
Yeah, and then he showed me whenever, because I was born in 92, so I got to grow up with a lot of the earlier consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the kids out there who are watching who never got to grow up with Sega.
I'm so sad that Sega went out. They had so many good games.
Consoles. My first console, even though I was born in 95, I'm a 95 baby.
Ooh, okay.
My first console was the original Nintendo.
Oh, that's good. That's really, you know what? That's still culture. We have an intellectual here.
Yeah, that was my first console too. Though I also played the Atari because that was my sister's first console, and she still had it when I was young. She actually still had it when I was older too. And I remember there was one year she babysat us while we were in Nashville, and she still had it. So we sat there and played the original Legend of Zelda game.
Oh no, you cut out for a second. No!
Ah! Where did I
Check
lose
out
you?
just a bit.
What happened with technology?
Skynet. The end.
Yeah, pretty much.
I-
Although I do.
You
Have
still not hear me?
Wait, no,
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
Okay. Okay.
I honestly, I think Skynet already exists, but it was corrupted by the internet's memes.
Yeah, no, I fully
I
believe
can't
that.
handle the memes.
Oh
So
gosh.
it's just like a bot that is continually generating like kitten videos and things like that, and it doesn't know how to stop.
No, I love cats, but the cat videos have to cease to exist. for a
But
moment.
why?
They need to die down a little. Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
because like I love the cats, but let's see some bat videos. I love a good bat.
Bunny
cute
videos.
Bat videos.
Buddy videos.
Yes.
Let's
Or
let's
bird
choose the
videos.
spotlight animal first.
The spotlight animal of the week is
Yes.
the snake.
One
See how
of my
see how
classmates-
the boa constrictor consumes its
One of my
kind.
classmates actually has a YouTube channel, and he goes herping, which is where he goes out and he looks for snakes.
Wait, wait. Did you just say his channel name is Herpy?
No, but his thing he does is herping.
Oh god, I thought you said his channel name was Herpes. I was like, wait, no.
I also heard that as well.
So-
I
time
was
someone
trying to process what that was.
Time someone has misheard Kesshami. Number 8,000,000,002.
I was like, wait a second, that is a really epic and really disastrous YouTube name.
I don't
Oh,
I don't remember what
I
his
can just
YouTube
imagine
name
that
is,
kid going to
actually.
VidCon, introducing himself, and be like, what's going on? I'm Herpes.
Oh,
I'm
do
so
you think
sorry.
his line is like non-existent? Like they just banned him from the booth?
Oh my god, that would be great. Wait a second, no. What if he had like a sidekick and that guy's YouTube name was Crash?
He does have a
he says,
sidekick
Oh,
occasionally.
no.
He does occasionally have a sidekick, but I don't know if any of them have a YouTube channel.
That just went from like 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds.
Oh, we were like doing so well.
we were doing so well. Oh gosh.
And then you
And
hit
it all
time
came from-
someone misheard Kesshami number 8,000,002.
We were
It went
talking
from
about
million to gazillion. Interesting.
I said gazillion earlier. You just didn't hear it right. So now it's like
Well, there you
gazillion and
go.
3.
One more. One
So
more to the. Sorry, go
before we do have to go, because this episode is borderlining on almost 30 minutes, I do have to get your guys to say where everybody can find you at. So Kesshami and Sci, what are your social medias? That way people know where to find you.
Well, I have a YouTube over the name's Kesshami. You spell that Kesshami. And you can also find me on Twitter at Crystal_Icelius, which is spelled ICILIUS. I'm just spelling that because no one ever figures out how to spell it by hearing it. Ever. When I finally changed my name to that, no one's going to be able to spell it. They still can't spell my name as it is, and it's a really easy name.
Me. And so where can people find you at?
You can find me under Sci-Fi Fan 95. I'm on a variety of different small sites. I'm on DeviantArt under that name. I'm under fanfiction under that name due to the fact that I started out as a fanfiction writer. Now I'm going into original stuff.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah,
You can
I'm not
also
really-
find-
I'm not really present. I'm not really present in social media much at this point, but
Okay.
if you send me a message on one of those sites, I will definitely send one back.
Very
I'm
cool.
also
So
on
there you guys
fanfiction.
have it. Thank you guys so much for joining me to this impromptu, really just what the F podcast. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah, I've just been really enjoying holding my phone up to my face for 30 minutes when I thought we were going to play Cards Against Humanity.
but I do have to say, if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below because YouTube has a funny way of showing its love when it sends you guys notifications. And I will see you guys in the next video, or actually I should say I should see you all in Monday's video. Peace.
Bye.
I refuse to say bye.
Such a
Sorry, does
rebel.
not do buys.
Such a freaking rebel.
Oh, definitely.
Yay. Everything managed to record.
Woo!
No hiccups the entire recording. Impressive.
Mine didn't hiccup either.
Well, you see, I have to actually go over and be with Kesshami probably whenever she records. That way, some of my good luck rubs off on her. Sorry.
Yeah.
They just need to invent teleporting. So you can just teleport here, and we can just do a video together side by side.
Yeah, pretty much. That. Oh my god.
or
so,
I can teleport there.
So freaking meta.
Yeah, I don't know if you can help her. She has so many problems with electronics.
There's
So,
nothing,
are you saying
not
that
with
she's
nothing
lost
even
cause?
happening. Nothing can. There
Not
can be
lost cause.
absolutely no reason for it, and it just explodes.
She's lost computers. She's lost like basic netbooks. She's lost books. She's lost consoles, gaming controllers.
It's
a long list.
I am surprised that my desktop has survived long enough for me to not be having to get a new desktop, especially since it no longer has any antivirus protection on it, because I can't afford it.
Oh,
And it ran out back in April, March, I think. Because I think I started in March, because I started like right after I got this computer.
oh, good lord.
I wrote
See,
it
that's
down
what
somewhere. I
happened
have
with
no
me.
idea where that is. Here it is. I think it's on this paper. Yep, March. Bless you.
Thank you. But I do have to say I might have to go soon because it is almost 8.
All right.
Yes, it is 7:56 according to various time clocks I have in front of me.
Well, yes. Where are you located, by the way?
I'm in central New York.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm in upstate New York.
Hey!
That's awesome.
Hey,
That's so
we'd
cool.
You know, if you had moved sooner, like, we would have been in the same general area like 2 years ago.
You see,
Yeah, she was around here too.
I lived
that
where
would
he
been
does.
awesome. Because I remember, what was it? I used to live in central New Jersey, and then the taxes got just hellish, and then we moved to upstate New York.
Yeah, there's.
That's where place to go to get void taxes.
I mean, it's remarkable because like in 1 year, just in 1 year alone, me and my family were paying $15,000 for taxes in 1 year, and I was like,
so much.
That's insane. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
"Oh, thanks, Christy."
I do want to move back to upstate New York at some point in my life.
You know,
Though I'll probably be going to
don't blame
Washington
Chris
first.
Christie, okay, he needed his pizza, obviously.
Yeah, and you know what? He needs some of the taco Doritos Locos.
He also needed to close down some bridges. He needs to, pave them.
Oh, the tea has been spilt on this one.
Oh, I can make political jokes, but I'm really a pretty moderate person, and I see both sides pretty well.
I'm completely unsurprised by the fact that you guys keep going on tangents. I never answered the music question. No, I didn't.
Whoops.
Oh wow.
This is normal. I get in a group chat with people, and I'm just left behind.
Oh wow. I didn't even
It's
realize
that you're naturally a bit more quiet than a lot of other people around.
Also, said something right in the middle of that. And you guys just kept talking like I didn't say anything. I'm like,
Oh,
nope,
no,
this is normal.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I
I feel like a total schmuck.
was just saying that I want to.
Years.
Oh.
Yeah, just aside, this happens to me all the time when I'm in a group message. The only time it's never. No, actually, I think it's happened when it's just been me, you, and Sarah.
Yeah, a couple times.
I want to apologize again for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it. I just thought I'd point it out because I find it at this particular moment, anyways. Not every time it happens, but this time I just find it humorous because this is just so normal for me. It's just like I'm being lost, and this is normal. This is amusing that this is normal.
Oh No, that's not amusing. That's sad, and we're
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's
sorry,
fine.
but not
I
really tried to.
The
anyway.
reason I find it amusing is because I know no one really means to do it. It just happens because I'm such a quietly spoken person. They have that quiet, mousy voice, as Sarah says. I do speak louder than I used to, but it's not easy keeping my voice level up, especially since I have to talk louder with this particular thing.
No, I completely understand you because I've been in your situation and it's not fun. That's why I have to say sorry again because we obviously like honestly I didn't mean to and I want to hug you.
Let me love you.
I say that to my cat constantly and he never lets me love him.
What a shock! A cat wanting to be left alone for a little bit sometimes.
He's a black cat too, so he's mischievous constantly.
Speaking of cats, I had my.
Wait, what was that, Kesshami?
I was just gonna say, speaking of cats, I had my first experience solving a behavioral issue with a cat the other week.
Hey.
Because
Success.
yeah, one of my coworkers has a cat she was fine until she got fixed, and then like something went wrong in her mind or something, and she started just not being as cuddly and opening closet doors and going in them and getting herself stuck in these closets and various other things. So I went over to her house and I met this cat. I had heard only a few stories about her, and I'm like watching her. I'm like, that cat looks like she's hunting. Let's do this. So because I suggested, those puzzles they have for dogs.
Yeah.
They have them for cats too, so I suggested, why not try a puzzle to like stimulate her mind? So we go out to the store, and we go to one store, they didn't have anything, so we go to another store, and we found this thing. You'll probably know what this is. The thing Rachel has for Leia, where she has to push the things aside to get the treats.
Yes.
We got one of those except for cats.
My sister-in-law and her puppy.
Yeah.
No.
We got a version of that for cats for her, and we got this thing with like tubes of varying heights where she's got to dig out the treats or the food, whatever is put in it. And reports are that she doesn't open closets anymore, and she's a lot more calm in general. She's not in this constant I'm hunting state anymore.
Interesting.
And I'm like, yes,
Kind of weird. I noticed
success.
that with some cats that get spayed too, because like their attitudes will sometimes completely change, like depending on like male or female.
And at first I thought maybe she was fixed too early, but she said she was 11 months, and I'm pretty sure for cats that's not too early. I know for dogs, there's really for their health and well-being, you should wait at least a year. But I think
exactly.
I think earlier is safer for cats because their cycles start earlier.
Yeah, that's the way it was for poodles because you have to wait at least a year or two before you can get them spayed after they're born, or at least after like a few years after they're a puppy.
Which is why shelters that make the rule they have to be spayed or neutered before they leave the shelter annoy the crap out of me, because you get so many dogs who are either going to be in that shelter for longer, or they're spayed or neutered too early, and then it messes with their brain chemistry. Or in one case, we met a dog when I was out visiting Rachel the last summer, who it not only messed up her brain chemistry, it also messed up the development of her intestinal tract.
Oh.
Gosh, that really sucks.
Wow. Yeah. That's no bueno.
Yep.
That really is. That really isn't. I mean, like having like, oh god, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, he was telling the stories of what they have to do for this dog, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, that's terrible. I kind of wanted to find the person who made that decision that she had to be spayed before she left the kennel, and punch him in the face.
That poor little pupper.
Yeah, I have nothing against spaying and neutering. But don't make it a requirement for an animal to leave a shelter. If you're going to make it a requirement, just make it a requirement that it's done when it comes proper time.
Well, yeah, then that's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise you just mess up the entire animal.
It's the same thing with decline too. Like not a lot of people
Decline-
realize that that's
Decline
so
should
bad.
decline should be illegal. I am with Jackson Galaxy on that. Decline should be illegal, and it should be illegal to put pets down for behavioral issues.
Yeah, it should, because like I know that my cat was almost declawed because of how aggressive he was, and also the fact, funny enough, interesting story. He before I went to band practice for the summer, it was my senior year of college, and I went over to like close the door for the evening because like we always try to close the screen door and the actual door during the summer. So I went over to like my cat's name is Feather. So I said, "Hey Feather, get away from the door. We can't have you near the door." And I pushed him and tapping on the back of him, and at this point he wasn't spayed. So I tapped him on the back and he obviously found something that he was interested in. He bit through my foot.
He bit through your foot.
Yeah,
Ow.
he bit through my foot, and he actually bit through like the ligament of my foot, and he almost got put. Yeah, he almost got put down. My foot was like bleeding excessively. I couldn't walk for over a month. I was bedridden, and whenever they took him to the vet, they were like, "You have a choice of either getting him declawed or getting him neutered." So obviously, we chose to get him neutered. He has not been declawed at all. And ever since he got neutered, he's been a lot calmer. But yeah, not being able to walk for a month because Feather was horny was not a good idea.
See that vet should have never suggested decline for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I
mean,
like
even though it was like a life or death situation, because like he gave me like a bone disease or something. Like it wasn't like a disease, but he like bit through the ligament hard enough that there was like severe damage to my foot. That
and an open wound like that, an infection would have easily set into a wound like that. But
yeah, exactly. Like they had to, basically like train my foot how to move in the right direction and everything like that. All because Feather wanted to get out to, be with his, lover girl or lover boy. I'm not judging. Because like I totally agree with the statement of not wanting to declaw at all, because it just gets to a point where like, do you just want money or do you actually care about my pet?
Well, yeah, and decline, you're taking off their fingertip. It'd be like taking the tip of your finger off and amputating it, and for it can't be comfortable especially like at the beginning. I know some cats can get used to it. Bear, Grandma's cat, was declawed, but we didn't do that to him. The person he changed homes a number of times in his life, because either the person who had him before my sister or the person who had him before then, if he had a different owner before then, had him declawed. He came to my sister, and he ended up not being her home ended up not being a good fit for him because she had other cats, and he was a solo cat. He did not do well with other cats. He wasn't eating right. He just wasn't handling it right. So then he went to my grandma, and then he just became a little pile of cuddly fluff.
Oh, that's so cute. But I do have to say, I really actually do have to get going. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, don't apologize. You do.
Yeah. Stop apologizing about things that aren't your fault.
No, I understand that, but I always feel bad for leaving group conversations when they're fun like this.
Yay, fun!
It was really fun getting to like talk with you guys. It was good to meet you, Sai.
Yeah, it's good to meet you.
Yes. And whenever the video is all done for Friday, I will link it over to you guys so y'all can check it out.
Alright.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yay.
And Sai, do you have a Twitter by chance?
No.
Oh, okay,
I'm not a social media person.
Yeah, Sai's not a social media.
I like to interact with people face to face as opposed to social media.
Yeah,
I talk to people. I'm very friendly whenever I'm on like a online forum, but I just don't seek it out much.
You see,
Yeah.
and that's
Sci's like
interesting,
I was before you do.
Yeah, and I found that interesting because you said you were born in 1995. It's usually the opposite with a lot of people who are born in 95, which is very cool that
Yeah.
you like face-to-face interaction rather than social media.
Yeah, my generation's a little weird.
That's
Well,
an
your
understatement, but
generation's
I'm
weird.
not
Our
judging.
generation is
Oh,
weird
oh.
too. As 92ers, I'm telling ya.
Listen, okay, I'm just a walking contradiction. I was born in 92, I'm a Libra, and I was a vegetarian for a year. I'm a walking indecisive contradiction when it comes to social media.
Oh, I'm just a living oxymoron.
I almost snorted. That was going to be so
It was
bad.
close.
Oh my god.
I almost heard it.
Oh no, that would have been terrible. But it was wonderful to talk to you guys, and I hope we get to chat like this again soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hopefully it won't take us a year this time.
Yeah, exactly. At least we got to collaborate because Kesshami and I have been trying for like over a year to collaborate.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've heard of you because because she's always like, at some point I'm gonna try and collaborate with this person. I'm like, I hope you could do it someday. And then it's like 6 months later, yeah, still haven't done that.
It's been 84 years.
Since before
Someday I'll
March,
interact with-
since before March the
Who was I gonna
13th,
talk about
2017. We've been talking about this.
You didn't even change your voice. That's impressive. I didn't know you were gonna be that like articulate at like 95 years old.
Yes, it's been. How am I supposed to talk at 85? It's been 84 years.
It's been.
I
Who am I
forget.
What?
again?
You...
I forget.
Dude.
What's my name? Oh wait, I remember my name. Papito Burrito.
By the way, you said that, Sci. Did you ever play the original Spyro games?
I did not get a chance to. No.
Because you just said an exact line from that game.
I did.
Yes.
What?
Oh my
That
God.
is man, who am I again?
Unintentional plagiarism.
Unintentional.
Not plagiarism. It's not plagiarism,
Snake?
it's a reference.
Snake.
Snake!
I still haven't played the fifth one. Anyways,
All
you have
right.
to go.
I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful,
Yep.
wonderful night, y'all.
You too.
You too.
Alright. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Alright. Well, that is that. Thank you guys all so much for joining us for this chat. Like and subscribe down below if you want to see more. Don't forget to go over to Huggable Hipster's channel and subscribe if you're not already. And in the meantime, don't forget to keep it real, spread the love, and stay determined. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
But before we do end this podcast video interview, I'm not sure what the frick this is anymore. I want to know, since this is a gaming channel and you guys are my wonderful, wonderful guests on this channel, I want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite game thus so far?
It's got to be Mass Effect. It's not even a question for me. It has a special place in my heart.
I'm still kind of thinking Spyro is my favorite. Spyro, Okami, and Mass Effect are definitely my top 3.
You
The
guys are
order
gonna be-
does-
I've never played Mass Effect before.
It's okay. I am an understanding person. It's not the most popular game. It's a bit intimidating to get into it because it takes so long to finish the trilogy. And once you
Okay.
play the first game, you get the story. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But it hooked me within the first 2 hours.
See, that's the way I was with Resident Evil, because that was let's see, Resident Evil remake of the first game was the first game I had ever played ever. My dad bought it for me when I was years old for my birthday, and he was like, "You're 10. I'll give you a bloody zombie horror video game to play." And then my mom was like, "Why are you giving this